Morning. Happy Saturday. So as you know, I'm going on a trip. So I was up very early this morning, night 2 with insomnia. But I had to get up early anyway and take my husband to the airport for his trip and had a migraine. So I tried to lay down and I could not. So I'm just up. The sun is finally shining. My migraine's a little bit better and I just decided to get up and get things done. I want to go through the fridge, see what needs to get done. I want to wash out all the fridges. I need to organize. A couple of weeks ago, we had Blues Fest. People brought food, people brought stuff. And because I'm leaving, I want to make sure that nothing goes to waste while I'm gone. My husband will be back on Friday, possibly Thursday. So we'll leave some stuff, obviously. We'll check and see what needs to get done. But I just want to kind of give the place a reset while I'm gone. There's a few little chores that I want to get done. And it's 8:15 now. I've already kind of started a little bit. Got all the lights on. I have had a decaf coffee. I am no longer doing any caffeine. My decaf coffee is the one thing that I do still have once in a while. And mostly herbal teas now. Not that you needed to know that, but just in case you were interested. So the first thing we're going to do is kind of clear out this kitchen, back kitchen we call it. This is actually our laundry room. It's partially a kitchen. Anyway, if you've been here for a while, you kind of know. So I have to take out my blue box stuff. So I'm going to take that out and I'll be right back. Okay, so the blue box that we use is back. This is just the one we use like for our apartment to take it to the flu place. I'm going to leave it out because I need to take some stuff out. So I have a little room to move. Don't know if you can see. Let me just see if you can. So as you can see, it's kind of narrow. So let's get in here. I always leave my washer door open for the front loaders because I find they get stinky. And then I'm going to take out my little rolly tray that I have. I guess on the bottom, people bring stuff to our place. So I have a bunch of potatoes here, which they're fine. Some of them are older, but I am going to make some potato salad for today, tomorrow, and my trip. So I'm going to take that to the kitchen. I love this little rolly stand because we have like back and forth all the time. And then I have a bunch of onions. So I want to go through, I have some shallots. And I want to go through them and make sure none of them are gone bad. And I'm going to actually process those, chop them up and freeze them. And then obviously go through the rest of my onions. That's not where that belongs. And just make sure, see this one's soft and this one's bad. I'm going to go through them and get rid of the bad ones. So we're going to roll that to the kitchen to get out of the way. Always have to keep an eye on your onions because if one goes, they're all going to go. And so that's what's happening there. So we're going to solve that problem. Yes, I am talking to myself. This is a little snack cupboard. I'm going to put some of this stuff over. So my running shoes need to get washed, so I already have them by the sink, and I'm going to spray them down and then give them a good wash so they have time to dry. I have to kind of deal with this. Everybody bought bottled water for Blues Fest, unfortunately. We only have a little bit left, but I will kind of organize that up. I'm not organizing this room. I don't have time today, no. But we are going to do the freezers and stuff. So let's just take a look. All right. Now, also remember that I share this with my husband. So, sorry, that's just some veggies that I use for stock. I have a big bag in the other freezer in the kitchen. The dill pickle falafels came back at Trader Joe's. So I did have to grab those. I have some phyllo dough. My husband loves these pretzels. I'm not going to talk about that. That's not mine. That's my husband's. He also likes these paletas, so those are also his. I have a ton of ice packs from my surgeries and my migraines. I have a couple of purple sweet potatoes that are frozen. I have a bunch of my beans that are cooked and frozen, and I have lentils. Oh, my husband bought some Cajun daring. He likes this stuff. It's very spicy, so. And then I have my stock. And I believe this is a lentil soup that we got just before Blues Fest. We went to a restaurant, but we knew we weren't going to eat it. So 2 of my veggie stocks. And again, my husband froze his salsa verde and his pico before he left. I have some little treats. Oh, I think I'll take those with me. I'll leave them in the freezer till they go. Okay, so let me just move these up here because I can clean down here. And then in this one, I have, oh, I made these potato balls with mashed potatoes. I should have made them smaller. I was just lazy, but I'll have some of those this weekend. These can go, I think. That shelf needs to be cleaned. I have a bunch of hemp hearts in my side. This all needs to get cleaned. Frozen sliced peaches. I use these when I do my baked oats. One of my favorites. This whole thing needs to be cleaned on this side, which I will do. And then I have some frozen purple sweet potatoes that were cooked. I like to make my nice cream out of this. Very delicious. Oh, another couple of pretzels. I have a bag of cranberries because I like making my own cranberry sauce. And then just some more black beans that were cooked. So I am actually going to take this out. I'm going to give this a wash down. And then I'm going to wash this all out. I like to work on one section at a time. And really, it's just the bottom that needs to get washed down. And up here and stuff. So let me run some water and we're going to get this cleaned out. I'm getting ready to reorganize. I'm going to put my lentils in the front. I'm going to put all the black beans together. Black beans, black beans, black beans. Just reminds me I need to make some more recipes with black beans. I obviously made a huge pot of black beans. I think I'm going to put my sweet potatoes in with the napales. I know they don't seem to like go together, but they do. It's fine. Going to put the pasta sauce in the front fridge. For now, I'll just leave it right here. I'm going to cook some of these potato balls this morning, actually. They sound really good. I'm going to stick the cranberries. It's not really cranberry season for the fall, but just phyllo just fits right on the brown there. I'm going to put I'm going to take those out later today or tomorrow, even Monday before I head to the airport, I think. There we go. So not too bad. Again, I'm going to take these to the front. I'm going to put them in the oven, I think. I think they'll cook better in the oven. So that's not too bad. We're good on that one. I'm okay with that. That's okay for now. All right. So everything is sticky. That's all I can say. All right. So I made beans this week, baked beans. Love them. I am going to put those in the freezer for when I come home. So when I get home, I can just take those out. I already have a meal for the next day. Somebody, I guess, brought pop. I will take that out. We don't need to waste space. I'm going to wash that. We have coolers for the summer. So I am actually going to take stuff out and put it on the table here. So I have 3 zucchinis. Okay, oopsies, battery died. So I have a couple of zucchinis. I'm going to shred some and squeeze out the water, and I'll freeze them, and I'm going to cut some up, and I'll also freeze those so I can do like sheet pan meals or whatever, so those won't go bad. The top shelf needs to get totally cleaned out. I'm going to pull everything out. Now, the top shelf is all like pickles and condiments, and we love a lot of pickles, as you know, and we use a lot of pickles when we make our, what? Potato salad. Yes, we do. And I even keep all of the pickle juice because I use it for like potato salad. I use it for my macaroni salad. I make dressings out of it. This is gold, and there's no calories, or very little. And then my husband likes the atomic ones because he likes everything hot and spicy. You already knew that. Unless this is your first video here, and then you'll learn. So like down here we have 2 packs of tofu. I'm gonna throw those in the freezer. I already have one up front. And so that's one less thing that's gonna go to waste, and a bunch of marmalades and some jardiniere. If you know, you know. If you know Chicago or you know New Orleans, jardiniere is a thing. Okay. Let me take you in. Let's go in. Let's go in my fridge. Not much left. I'm not too worried about the cabbage. That's going to last. The apples I'm going to check through. This should be good. It's good till August, so I'm not worried about that. The cabbage should be fine too. I'll just cut off whatever I can't use. The carrots will be fine. I'm probably going to cut some up. And then spicy dill pickles again. And that is my cold brew coffee, which I will put into a mason jar to take up less room. And then I am just going to scrub this down. Tip, do you want to make your own air fresheners for your fridge? Just take a little mason jar and some baking soda. And I take a coffee filter and I just poke holes in it. And I put those in my fridge. And then I just replace the baking soda. All right, so this is our other freezer. And there's a lot. There's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Let me get down here with my new knees. Okay, so tortillas from Blue Cess. So we have our edamame. And I like using these soda can holders just to organize them so they take up less room than this huge bag. You'd actually need 2 of those soda can holders to hold like a whole bag, but it does make it so much better. I also have regular edamame. And then again, remember, I'm not the only person that lives here. So we have some bagels, and some more bagels. And then we have broccoli and a medley. And no idea what this is. Oh, bananas, of course, and peas for macaroni salad. We have a bag of ice that I am. Shh, don't tell my husband. I'm getting rid of it. My husband has some mussels and a pizza. And I think I'm going to try to stand them up. That might take less room. There we go. There, that seems a little bit better. And stuff on the bottom is, I guess, mine and barbecue stuff. I got these mini bao buns from Trader Joe's. They're vegan. They're not bad. They're mushrooms. My husband likes them too, so that's something we can share as a snack sometimes. And then I just have some Brussels sprouts and some blend. This is great for making like a quick dinner. And Brussels sprouts. So I'm going to clean this out, but I'm going to keep kind of like my plant-based meats. I can kind of not trick my husband, but you know, sometimes he'll eat if I have that. And how are we going to organize this? I think we're going to do our edamame on top. Probably when I get back, I'm going to defrost these, but I just do not have the time now. I always have the shelled edamame for my Asian noodle salad. If you haven't tried that, I don't know what you're waiting for. It is so good. And I'm going to put bao buns down here. I'm also going to put the tortillas down here. And I'm going to put my bananas down here. And we'll just put the bagels here. Honestly, already looking so much better. And then on the side, I have more edamame. My husband has a smoked salmon. And we have some rice cauliflower because you know I add that to everything. All right, we have made it to the kitchen. Yay! We have a little resetting to do, but and we're going to again go through and use whatever we need to use and just again see what we have to do to the fridge. So I have my potato balls. Aren't they lovely balls? I'm gonna throw those into the oven. Actually, I probably should put them in the air fryer now that I was thinking about it, but what the heck. So I'm just going to throw these in the oven. I think I'm preheating my oven to like 400. Because they're so big, I want them to brown a little bit better. So we're going to throw these in the oven. And I do need to like reset a little bit. I am going to have some of that iced coffee that I grabbed from the back. So always stir your iced coffee because sediments do stick to the bottom. And what I like to do is put my ice in a glass, add some soy milk or your coffee creamer or whatever. I usually start with soy milk and then I'll add my coffee, my iced coffee, and then if it needs it, I'll add a little coffee creamer on top of it, but I am pretty easygoing. I don't need the fancy stuff, and it is decaf because I only use decaf. So I make my ice brew with decaf coffee. the elixir of life today. All right, so I'm gonna throw this in a mason jar. I'm gonna clean up my kitchen, and then I'm going to move on to finishing my packing, figuring out what I'm wearing and what I'm packing. And I'm actually gonna take probably about a half an hour and do a little meditation and a little read and just chillax for a bit. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you've gotten some tips and tricks on how to save things in your house, in your fridge, your pantry, whatever. Hope you've enjoyed watching me kind of tidy up and organize. Again, I don't do the Pinterest or the Instagram stuff. I do everyday kind of just make your house work for you, not against you kind of things. Until next time, don't forget, it's progress, not perfection.